friends. So I'm sorry if you can hear a noise in the background. Somebody is outside blowing leaves and it actually looks quite fun. But today I have an activity for us to do to practice our scissor skills using things that we found outside. So today I brought in, from all of my long walks outside with my puppy, some leaves. These leaves are brownish red and they've got a little bit of green in them, but they're mostly brownish red. I have some bright dark green leaves and some light green leaves. I also have some white and pink flower petals that I found outside, and even some little pink flowers. These ones might be a little too small for us to cut with, but at the end we're going to use all of our cuttings and make a beautiful picture. So this is a fun way to not only practice your cutting skills and build those finger and hand muscles, but also to be a little creative. So let's start with, I guess we'll start with a big leaf. So we should know how to hold our scissors. I'm gonna hold them like this so I can show you. You always hold them with the blade facing down so that if something happens, you don't get hurt. Your thumb is going to go in the smaller, rounder hole. And then your first 3 fingers are going to go in the bigger hole. So we're gonna hold it like this. Your pinky stays out. It helps you stabilize. Okay, so now we are holding our scissors, and when we use our scissors, we open and close them, open and close, open and close. Our thumb is doing a lot of that work for us, opening and closing, but our helper hand is down here too, and that's also helping us open and close. Okay, so we're gonna hold our leaf or our petal, our flower, whatever you have found, very carefully, and make sure you pay attention to where your fingers are so you don't accidentally cut them. Now you're gonna hold your scissors carefully and we're gonna practice cutting. And you can go very slow, and you can practice cutting straight across the leaf, or you can practice cutting at an angle. And when you're practicing at an angle, can you see how that changes the shape of your cuttings? Does that change it at all? Let's see. When I was cutting straight across, this is how my cutout looked. It's kind of a straight line. But when I turned my scissors to an angle, my cutting came out looking like a triangle. So you can have a lot of fun practicing your cutting on leaves. You can turn your leaf this way or this way, and see how that changes your cuttings too. I think when you hold it up and down like this, our cuttings get a little bit longer. Okay, I also have some daisies near me that are starting to wilter a little bit, so we'll use them for this activity. That way I can have some yellow. Okay, I'm gonna just practice cutting the petals of my yellow daisy. Wow. And with my other hand, I'm just turning the daisy so that I can get all around. And I chose these things that we find outside because they're pretty soft. Flower petals and leaves, they're pretty soft, so they make it easy for us to cut and practice safely. And look, I still have a little bit of a daisy left over. Maybe I'll use that as a sunshine for my video. Think I'll even cut the top off too. Boop. Okay, so now that you know how we can do that, you can keep cutting, or you can use your cuttings to make something on paper. I found a white daisy that I think I'm gonna spend some time cutting right now, just to add some more color. You can see those petals falling off. It looks so cool. All right. I even have some bright green leaves leaves. I think I'll cut those too. Ooh. All right. Now, once you cut all of the things that you brought in from outside, we can make something special with them. Now, I already started mine because I don't want this video to be too long for you. So, this is what I already started. I have glued down some dark and light pink petals, some orange petals, and some green leaves to my paper. And I thought that they sort of look like a flower rainbow or a flower archway that we might find at the Arboretum. The Arboretum is a really cool place. If you haven't been, it is a place where there are so many plants and flowers, and it's so colorful. And sometimes they have archways leading into the garden, and those archways are covered in flowers. And so this reminded me of that. So let's see, I think that I'll add the leftover yellow daisy as a sunshine above my little archway rainbow. So I'm going to put some glue right on my flower, but you can also put the glue on the paper, wherever you would want it to be on the paper. And then you'll press your plant or your petal or your leaf on your paper. So now it kind of looks like I have a little sunshine in the corner. All right. And I think that I might add one more color. I might add some of the yellow and white petal cuttings to the bottom of my rainbow. That might look cute. So I'm gonna make a line with my glue, and then you can either take each cutting one by one and place them on your glue, which is what I did for my archway, or you can take a little pinchful if your cuttings are smaller like these yellow ones, and you can, I'll show you my tray. You can pinch them off your tray and sprinkle them on your paper along the line of glue, and then press them down in the glue. So really you can do this any way you want, and the goal is just to be creative and have fun with the things that we cut. And that way you make a pretty picture out of the things that you cut, and you don't have to throw them away right away. You can see, you can make something out of all of your hard work with your scissors. And it really turns out quite cute. And I've been having so much fun with mine today. So if you decide to do this too, please send me a picture of what you make with your flower and leaf cuttings. And I cannot wait to see. So before I say goodbye, I'll show you what those white and yellow petals look like on my little rainbow archway. Okay, I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye, friends.